Hustlekins and Hansikins, welcome to the DeFi Crypto Alliance show, and I am your host, Corey Geary, and I am pumped today. What is going on, Pulsicans? Feeling good? It's Monday. Guys, this might be my last show from Puerto Rico. We are in the midst of moving right now, as most of you guys know, getting all our stuff together, ready, packed, and shipped. I have to go to Texas for a few days, so it's going to be a crazy next 2 weeks, so probably won't be doing much streaming over the next couple of weeks. So this might be my last show out here in Puerto Rico. Maybe I can fit one more in somewhere else. We'll have to see. I'll have to get a feel for what's going on. It's just right now it is crazy going through everything, throwing everything away, trying to find a home for every piece of electronic stuff and just random shit that I got all over the house that we've collected over the last 3 years of being here on the island. And so man, it is not easy. So, and I got to leave for Austin on Thursday. I'll be out there for 4 days and then I come back and then we move back to Arizona. So it's going to be a crazy next couple of weeks. So I'll do what I can, but this might be the last stream for a little while. But I had to hop on today because, man, we got some crazy shit going on in our ecosystem. And it deserves to be talked about at least a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, over the next few months. What happens, being that we saw, guys, literally 2 weeks ago, $25 million being taken out of the SAC wallet, that one chunk of change, separate from what got removed last night. And that was 2 weeks ago. The SAC wallet was untouched during those 2 weeks. And then last night, the rest of it moved. So my speculation still stands. And I could be totally wrong, guys. I'm just a guy on the fucking internet. Don't listen to me, right? You make your own conclusions. But to me, it looks like that the 25 million was definitely used to pay Finland. And they're basically kind of saying, okay, you go on with what you're going to do, probably. And I don't know what other due process or what other stuff they got to do behind the scenes. But obviously, RH is comfortable now moving around the SAC funds because I believe the SAC funds stayed in the one wallet and did not move because of all the regulation and all the eyeballs on him as far as red notice, SEC, everything else. So obviously he is thinking he's in good standing with certain authorities if he's going to start moving this money around. So that's what that tells me. Okay, that's one. For two, it's extremely bullish for him to do this because he knows that there's no way in hell he's going to be able to inject any of that liquidity onto the chain at any dollar amount, right? Even $1. I don't care. He knows if there's money that moves out of that wallet and goes over the bridge, that you have all these front-running assholes and wallet watchers that are going to dump on his head, right? I wouldn't do it either. I would be discouraged and I wouldn't move no money over here. And that's why he even said in his little AMA that he was giving on Twitter the other day, if you guys were following that, I think it was Friday or Thursday of last week. Maybe it was earlier in the week. I can't remember exactly. But he said, I put 20 million and all you guys dumped on my head. It's almost literally verbatim what he said. You guys just dumped on me. You pushed the sell button. I put $20 million and all you guys just dumped on my head. So he knows that everyone's watching. He knows that, there's these wallet trackers. And so what a smart move by him, if you ask me. And sure, he's probably going to keep some of the money for himself. He should. Some of the money's probably going to be put into his pocket, right? And then some of that money, well, obviously, I think the money last week, 2 weeks ago, was used to pay off Finland. And then some of it might get used to support our chain. I don't know. This is all speculation. Right? Coming up with your own hypothesis is up to you, your own conclusions. You guys are in charge of your own finances. I'm in charge of my finances. This is never financial advice. This is never mental advice, spiritual advice, or fitness advice. I can tell you this, don't buy real estate. You'll get wrecked. Real estate's going to get wrecked in 2026. I don't care what anyone says. At least here in the United States. I don't know about UK and anywhere else. So, and here in the United States, it's going to get wrecked. So anyways, So really, really bullish. I think, the fact it's twofold. One, he has the confidence or he's comfortable now to move those funds out of that wallet and start distributing them into other wallets. He's probably going to run them through Tornado Cash, whatever else he's going to do with it. Like he's comfortable messing around with that money now. He wasn't for all this time. Remember that, guys. All that time, that money was just sitting there. You think it was just sitting there just for fun? No, fuck no, it wasn't. It wasn't there for flexing. It wasn't there. He didn't care about the ETH Foundation thing. Like that wasn't his idea to put put that up there. That was the Hexican's idea, and that was a great idea. But that was not Richard Hart's idea, right? And so he don't care about that, having all that money in one wallet for flexing, I guess you would say. Nah, he didn't care about that. He didn't touch the wallet because of regulation, right? That's why. Another regulation clarity, I think, is here for him. So once again, I could be wrong. I think maybe if we're lucky, by Christmas, we might see a Richard Hart stream. That is my prediction, and I could be wrong about that. But it would be nice to see a Richard Hart stream by Christmas. And I think that would absolutely send it. I really do. I still think it's one of the rocket engines that can send Pulse Chain to the stratosphere to give the confidence into the crypto, ecosystem, the crypto universe, that he's back and he's back at the helm to drive this train, right? To drive this rocket ship. So, yeah, so there it is, twofold, man. One, I don't think he has the scrutiny or the powers that be hovering over him anymore, which is effing bullish. And two, he wants to go and get rid of the wallet watchers and get rid of anybody else who could front run him on when he starts making moves. Freaking, no matter how you look at it, it's super bullish. I mean, you got some people like, oh, he's just taking all the money off chain for himself. It's his money. Yeah, sure. It's all his money. He can do that. But he could take the 600 million and run off in the wind with it, right? I mean, he could have done that a long time ago, though, and avoided the SEC and avoided Interpol and been just like a fugitive on the run, but he's done quite the opposite. His actions have proven to do the opposite. So once again, you do got to have a little bit of faith in this shit, right? That's it. I've had faith. You got to lean in. You got to kind of see the bigger picture. You got to put your emotions to the side. Don't let your emotions control you. That's for damn sure. You'll get all fudded out from all the toxic KOLs who love misery loves company. God. And boy, they love it. Although I haven't seen a couple of them that have been they use the whole Richard Hart, FUD as clickbait. A couple of them I haven't seen them around for a while. It's funny, I thought they would show up here after this, ETH started moving. Where did ETH go, right? Ain't that the narrative? So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, guys. I think it's awfully bullish, and also kind of for me, it solidifies my theory about the 25 million 2 weeks ago being taken off chain. Or we don't know if it got taken off chain, right? It ran through a mixer. But it solidifies that theory that I think that's what was used for paying off Interpol. And now Interpol's like, okay, we don't have our eyes on you anymore, and do what you want. And he's like, oh, okay, well then I'm gonna go take that 600 million and get the fuck out of here, because all you guys are watching that shit. I'm gonna get it out of here. Interpol says I'm good. Let's get going. Let's get off to the party, right? And don't expect him to go and just pump the chain tomorrow, guys. I don't think that's the idea either, because if I was Richard Hart, I would wait for a time and period where the economy was more risk on. You don't want to hear that, aka altcoin season, right? You're probably not gonna want to hear that. But like, if another reason why it gets sold down every time it pumps is because people need liquidity and people are hurting right now from their normal everyday life, right? They got fired from their job. They didn't get the raise they wanted. Whatever it be, inflation is still creeping up. While their money they make is not going up, and so that's why another reason why people are exiting out of crypto, because that's the first thing that gets cut is your more speculative assets, and that's why it's also the first thing that goes up when inflation comes back and the economy gets good again. When your business ISM starts getting strong again, and the money printer goes back on, and your interest rates coming down, and so if I was Richard Hart, I would know these things and I would wait for a better atmosphere, if you will, or just a better, time to inject that money, so that way it doesn't have the likelihood of getting sold down. And that is one factor that you got to take in consideration of injecting money right now. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I could be totally freaking wrong. Could be totally wrong, but he's gonna be smart about the liquidity he's injecting. So don't go thinking like, okay, just because he moved around $600 million, that he's gonna send $600 million and buy freaking Hex tomorrow. And that's not the way this is gonna work. I'm sorry. I'm already seeing it like on freaking Twitter. People are like doing the multiples. Oh, if 150 got injected in Hex tomorrow, here's what would happen. Like, dude, bro, you are a freaking idiot. That's not what's going to happen. He is smarter than that. He's already kind of laid out the game plan a little bit through his Twitter AMA. So, more things to take in consideration. It is bullish, but it's long-term bullish, not short-term bullish tomorrow, which is what I think needs to happen because he needs to wait for an altcoin season. He does. He needs Ethereum to go up against Bitcoin. He needs Bitcoin dominance to break down. These are the things that need to happen for price to sustain itself on a nice pump. So these are my thoughts. That's again, what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet who likes to speculate. That is completely it. But let's go take a look at the secret chart and see what that tells us, if there's anything new. And streamed in a few days. So let's go ahead and look, although it probably hasn't changed too much, right? But we always want to know, how is Pulse doing measured in ETH terms? This is very important. How is Pulse doing measured against ETH? This is on the weekly. It's a line chart. Most of you guys know what this is. Some of you guys might be new here. You're looking for market structure here. Not much has changed except for that it did bounce out of this low here a little bit, and that'd be nice to see if we can create some market structure here. That's it. Nothing fancy here. We could take it and put in the candles. Candles are just telling us it's flattening out. Could be a good thing. You know, when you start to see these small, what they call doji candles. I don't think this is called a doji because there's no wicks. There has to be a wicks, but like it means indecision. So we want to see market structure come into place. And market structure would just be like, you know, I always show you guys on here coming up like this and the lower high and then going off of the moon. And yeah, we need to see that happen before we can say, hey, it's go time. So yes, can Richard Hart create a V bottom here and absolutely send it? Sure, he can. That's why I got a bag. That's why I'm packed. And that's why I got my seat at the table. I don't have to worry about these things, but I do like understanding market structure, dynamics, and stuff like that, and understanding what makes a good chart and what, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I want to see that happen. We'll see if it does. Otherwise, you know, Pulse Change is hanging out 403. That's where we just camp out at these levels. You know, we've been at these levels for freaking 2 years. Everyone's like, we're going lower. Going lower than what? We're still up the all-time high of 4019. We're not making new lows. People are freaking retarded. Hex has not made a new low. Hex low was 0.0035. How do I know? I bought it. I fucking bought the Hex low. Okay? That's how I know. We haven't gone down and touched that level, but everyone's like, oh, Pulse Change just keeps going down only. How when we haven't made a new low in like a year? Explain to me that shit. God. He's freaking, yeah, what did Richard call him? Not crybaby. Oh, God. Cry faggot or something like that. Can't remember what it is anymore. Anyways, 143 you guys watching. Got 45 over on YouTube. Smash the like, hit the subscribe if you like this content, where we're going to be talking about using cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool, using real estate and other real world assets as a wealth preservation tool, and just changing the trajectory of our family tree, right? We want to be able to like create legacy wealth for our loved ones. That is my number one main goal, mission in my life right now, is creating legacy wealth for my effing loved ones. That is it. End of story. Of course, there's a bunch of other stuff that goes along with that, but that is a top priority when it comes to finances. When it comes to finances, that is it. That's all what this is all about. And if you guys don't want to pay any taxes, as you always know, the DeFiWealthTrust.com in the show notes, www.defiwealthtrust.com. crypto.com is a good place to go and not pay taxes on your crypto. You can sell crypto, go in the real estate, go in the stocks, and not pay any taxes. Had I known about this trust, I would have never moved to Puerto Rico. That's partially the reason why we're leaving Puerto Rico, is because once I'm done with the Puerto Rico plan, I will be moving my assets into the DeFi Wealth Trust, and that was where I will operate from that point on, is out of that trust. So it's a great plan. You can book a call with Chris. It's absolutely free. Have a call with him, and he's got like a bunch of tax saving strategies. If that DeFi Wealth Trust isn't right for you, which I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be, all you guys are crypto, he's got a bunch of tax saving strategies though. That's gangster. It's like, I think he's got over 40 of them, right? I'm not a tax strategist. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not into that shit, but he is. So go talk to him. That's what he's there for, right? And it's free. Like, you got nothing to lose. Obviously, the only thing that's the problem here is you got to be an American citizen, or you have to be under the tax, right, of Americans. You live somewhere else, like in Panama, or, if you're paying American taxes, then the DeFi Wealth Trust could work for you if that's what you're doing, right? If you're in Puerto Rico, it's not the greatest fit for you, because Puerto Rico, you get all the tax benefits anyways. You just got to live in Puerto Rico. Anyways, 115, you guys watching on Twitter, give me a retweet if you like this shit, man, and help spread the content. And if you really want to help the algorithm, come over to YouTube, man. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button. I see about 50% of you guys only subscribe to my show who watch my show, which is a crazy statistic. Like, what? I don't flood your inbox like Sami. I love Sami, but I don't flood your inbox like Sami. You get 2 to 4 shows out of me a week, and it's going to be a lot less than that for right now, until I get all settled in back in Arizona. I got to get my office all set up and just get to a place where I can operate normal again. And the show time might change. I'm not sure about that. Right now, we're running the show about 11 a.m.-ish EST. It might change to 12 or 1. I don't know, because Arizona's 3 hours behind, and I got to adjust to the time there and see how it all works out. So we'll see. We will see. All right, let's check in with you guys, see how everyone's doing today. See how the Hatzikins and Paulsikins are doing. You guys excited, man? You like what you're seeing so far? I like it, man. It's giving me a lot of surety that there's clarity, for one, and two, that he might be ready to do something with that ETH. We'll see. We will see. The myth, the man, the legend. What up, bro, man? Crypto 7 in the house. Guys, go like and subscribe over to his show. He's always bringing the good alpha. He streams a lot more than I do, and he's got the good shit, so I'd highly recommend hanging out with Crypto 7 for a while, especially while I'm gone, and he'll bring you some good news as always, man. Good to see you, man, as always, bro. Appreciate you. Likes and sub. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go 777 in the chat, guys. Duke of Booze, what up, bro? Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Duke of Booze, my man. Thanks, Thailand. Yes, let's ETH GO. Good evening from Thailand. Now, you guys are 12 hours, I think, ahead of us. 11 p.m. Yeah, I think you're Shanghai time, if I remember right. When I was out in Shanghai for 2 months, you were in the same time zone I'm in. So, man, up late. One of these days, Hex Thailand, I will visit you when I'm touring around Asia again. Yeah, it'll be fun. Mr. Crypto G, what's up? WTEG. I'm not sure what that means. You'll have to spell it out to me like I'm a third grader. Jay Perry, what's good? Keep doing your thing. I don't respect people disrespecting you. Stay grinding. Yep, that's all it is, man. Just stay grinding. I believe what I believe. I know what I know, and I'm going to stick to it, man. That's it. And have a lot of fun while I'm doing it. Red Squirrel, what up, man? How you doing? The Hex OA staked this last 369 million on Pulse Chain October 8th for 31 days. Oh, he's rolling it. He's rolling it. See what he does with it after the 31 days. It'll be interesting. Not sure a whole lot of Hex, man. 369 million Hex, man. Woo. Man. Smash the like suck. Let's go. RH has squashed the narrative that the OA has all the supply. Yeah, he doesn't have all the supply, man. It's all been burnt now through staking. Right? That's what he's done with it. He's also cut down the inflation, which is a good thing, guys. I know some of you guys didn't like that he cut out the inflation. And some of you guys have some rolling stakes that you like to use as passive income. And he's just right now, it's not the time for it, right? It's not the time. He wants to thin out liquidity. He wants to thin out the dumping and then proceed to maybe send the price up. Now, speculation. I believe he will shoot for the stars. 20x is not enough to make a statement. Man, I would love anything above a 20x. Ooh, baby. I would love it. And yeah, you would think, right? You would think he will, but he's going to do it strategically. Don't expect it to happen overnight. You know, yeah, we're just not in a very bullish environment unless you're in Bitcoin. And the reason why Bitcoin is so bullish is because of the freaking stupid hedge funds and institutional money, right? Is we're just not in an environment where retail's going to come in and help the price, not only go up, but support price. And we need that kind of environment. And I think he knows that. And so now I believe we're going to get that type of environment here towards the end of the year somewhere. The Fed's going to be dropping the rates 50 basis points from here to the end of the year. Plus, they've already kind of agreed that they're going to turn their money printer back on. I've seen some speculation, too, that Trump is going to send out stimmy checks. I don't know how true that is. You see shit floating around Twitter. But that would be cool. If you send out stimmy checks, then you got COVID 2.0, right? And that's what we want to do. But that's where you got, to your point, you can get well above a 20x in an environment like that, like a COVID type environment, right? Where the money printer is just flying and stimmies are being handed out left and right. This would send things parabolic. People take that money. They love to gamble with it. That's what they do, right? It's just human nature. So I think it can happen. It's just not going to happen tomorrow. By the end of the year, could be a really good Christmas, guys. That's what I think also we might see an RH stream by the end of the year. That's speculation, 100% speculation. I have no idea. I'm just like crystal balling it here. If I had a water pistol in my head, maybe by the end of the year we see a stream by him. I don't know. Could be cool. Creed Crypto, what up, man? How we doing? Hanging in there. Christopher Freeman, how you doing, bro? Howdy, wild times we live in, man. It's fun, bro. It's fun. It's sometimes a little painful, sometimes a little dull. And that's why you got to go touch some grass, right? It's why you work on your health, work on your spirituality, your mental framework, build a business on the side. But man, you're right. It's crazy times, and it's going to be fun, man, here at the end of the year. I really do believe it. Obviously, RH will be tapped. Okay, yeah, man, he's just not going to throw the money out the door, right? Yeah. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens, man, and see what his plan is. No one knows but him, right? Maybe him and God will. He might be the one who knows. I don't know. More speculation. Where did the 1 million ETH from the adoption amplifier go? Man, it went into that 10,000x and hex. I have no proof of that. Hey, Paul Sachs, what up, bro? VC driven cycle versus retail driven cycle. Key lessons that I wish someone had taught me when I got into crypto. Yeah, it's just been Bitcoin only, right? For the most part. I just wish I'd have been in Bitcoin a lot more. That's it. And I would have a lot more liquidity right now than be in Pulse Chain. My Pulse Chain bags would be like 5 times bigger had I rode the Bitcoin wave up from $15,000. I remember when it bottomed at $15,000. If I'd have gone all in there at Bitcoin, fuck, bro. I have 5 times more in Pulse. It'd be great. I'd be like a shark, like a giga shark. It'd be awesome. So many people have goldfish attention, goldfish planning, and goldfish timeline. That's 120% correct. And that's why most people are not successful in life. That's why most people do not have money in the bank account. That's why most people don't have happiness either. They don't have their health. They don't have loved ones with deep connections. Most people don't have these things because they don't put the work in and they have goldfish attention. That's totally it. Or goldfish planning. It's totally it, man. 100% correct. The gold needs to come down. It's trying to go back up right now. Yeah, we need to see that kind of course correct and that money flow back into crypto, right? I saw I think it's Collins Talk Crypto, and I don't think he created it. So I don't know who to give the credit to. There was a chart of previous cycles of gold topping and then going into Bitcoin. So we'll see if that happens. Obviously it's a very big indicator, top indicator when you see people lining up out the door, physically lining up on the street to buy this shit. Really? Oh my God. You can't call a top better than that right there, man. I mean, So I think you're right though. But we'll see. Maybe it's going to make a lower, like a higher low on the chart. So like we got our high, it's going to come down, it's going to come back up and do like the dead cat bounce, and then we'll see. I don't know. It'd be fun to see, man. Keep an eye on it, Crypto 7, and I'll watch your show to see where it's moving towards. What up, Sergey? How you doing, man? Things are in motion. Obviously, he's going to paint the chart. He has to break the ice and trigger FOMO. Agreed? He just needs to do it strategically, in my opinion. Where did the ETH go? Where'd it go last time? Someone said that earlier. Where'd it go last time? I have no idea, man. I don't actually know if gold needs to come down or if it will. A lot of the bid on its big money rather than retail overall macro related. Yeah, it's like China is like buying a lot of it. I'm seeing. So we'll see, man. But I don't know, man. I mean, everything tops, right? Everything has bubbles. Whatever goes up comes down. And look at real estate. Real estate's about to get wrecked, bro. Everyone, all my friends, man, not all of them, but a lot of my friends are like, oh no, man, it's gonna keep going up. Everyone needs real estate. There's no supply. Like, dude, you don't see the writing on the wall. I see it. Tam Hatsakin, what up? What's going on? Guys, if you ain't following Tam over on Twitter, you are mistakenly wrong. She runs an amazing Twitter space every Tuesday night. Go follow her. Oh, pole sex. Yes, that's right. Cry fagger. That was it. That was close. That was close. Oh, man. And Richard didn't block me for saying this, so I guess my message was aligned with his vision. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's going to block everybody. What's up? Thanks, Creator Crypto. I appreciate that very much, as always. Only a cry fagger would watch it. That's up. Thank you, Crypto 7. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I try to bring some good content, right? You know, here and there. I get on here. I don't like flood everyone's streams, but that's all right. You know, I put the work in when I get time. That's about it. Oh, Crypto Stylist, how you doing? Good to see you here. Absolutely. Another hard-working lady Pulsican right here, Crypto Stylist. Happy to come on and make an argument for PHEX. Pure logic, no speculation. Now I'm done arguing about PHEX and EHEX. That one Johnny Chaos was all I'm going to give it. But well, glad to have you come on sometime. But I'm not talking about PHEX, EHEX no more. The cafe in Thailand is fun. Pretty sweet little island too. Yeah, dude, I want to go check it out, man. Looks very cozy. I'd hang out there for a week and have a good time. I have to bring the family, of course. And it's not too far from Shanghai. Obviously, we got to Shanghai first, hang out there, and then make some rounds around Asia. It'll be a good time. Conspiracy Crypto, what up, fam? What's going on, brother? How we doing? Yes, come say hi. A Pulse Chain Cafe, man. I've seen the pictures. It's awesome. I would love to come out to Pulse Chain Cafe in Thailand. Pulse, that's getting reversal on the ETH BTC ratio, breaking out of the downward channel. It's been since August 23rd. That would be good, man. I would love to see it happen. It needs to happen for a time period, like quite a while before it's really significant. And we need to see that dominance really breaking down. That's what we need. Imagine being in 2022 and someone from October 25 saying the environment isn't bullish yet. Crypto plus. Yeah, that's why I really believe, man, I'm buying into the, what's his name? Raoul Pal's narrative of the business ISM and how it's pushing the cycle as far as like the retail money and when it's going to be coming in into 2026. Yeah, it's interesting, man. And, once again, who knows? I could be totally wrong about that. You want to keep an open mind. Not too bad, brother. Flight to Arizona from here is about 10 to 12 hours, depending where you fly through. It's weird saying that that's not bad, but after I went to Shanghai, Shanghai was 28 hours. I'm like, oh, Arizona's 10 hours? I could do that with my eyes closed compared to 28 hours. So it's not too bad, man. The problem is, obviously, we'll be traveling with all our luggage. We'll be checking it, of course, but like we have cats that we're traveling with. You got the kids. It's just like it's gonna be a long day, but it'll be good when we get there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So Reef Juicy. Hello, good sir. Great live as always. Thank you. Appreciate that. Where did the ETH go, bro? Telling you, where did the ETH go? Is it buying Lamborghinis? You could. I mean, how many Lamborghinis can you buy with $600 million? I mean, how many mansions can you buy with $600 million? I don't know. Wharf Daddy. It's going to be interesting to see how he does it. And Richard, we trust. I love it. I love it, man. Love it. Gold is not practical. It's not, but it's scarce, right? It's scarce and it has utility. So, yeah. You can say the same thing about real estate too, right? Real estate is scarce to a point. You only have so much land and it has utility, and real estate's about to get wrecked. It's in a bubble. And I think gold is too. But gold is not going anywhere, even though it's not practical. Sure, you can't like carry like 2 suitcases full of it, without like being the strongest guy in the world. But like, still, it has utility, has use case. It's scarce. It's pretty, right? Like it's beautiful. It's yeah. That's they're trying to go back to the Stone Ages. Yeah, it's money though. It is money. It's a form of money. Good morning, Belgium Mexican. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good morning, all. When's a good time to buy a house? Probably in 2027 or 28. I'll be keeping a pulse on everything, of course, to see what's going on. I just got a few more data points that I've been collecting up. I'm going to do a host show on it, guys. Probably when I get back to Arizona, because now I've got like 20 charts, all these different data points. Like I got so much information that shows that like it's coming. Plus, I mean, just the fact that you guys are all crypto guys, you believe in the 4-year cycle to an extent. We might have an extension this year because of business ISM, and that's fine. But real estate works off an 18.5-year cycle, and 18.5-year lands right in the middle of 2026. That right there, since you guys are in crypto, should tell you, okay, well, there's probably something coming, right? And I'll show all the other data points. Austin is really taking a hit right now. It's real estate. It's starting to roll over. Housing is starting to really tick up as far as supply, days on market. It's crazy. And Austin used to be like California. So the where ETH coin doing good. We buy dip. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Take a look. Take a look where the ETH coin going. We buy dip. So, well, cool, guys. We got 276 of you guys watching, 60 over on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button. Once again, if you guys don't want to pay any taxes, man, I don't know why you would. If you're in the U.S., DeFiWealthTrust.com. Book the call. It's completely free with Chris, right? You can get on there. He's got a bunch of other tax saving strategies. I have no idea. I am not a tax strategist, nor do I pretend to want to be on TV, right? I might have him come back on TV with me, come back on the show and answer some of the hard questions because I just can't. And that would be a good time, right, to have him back on the show again. I think he's in Mexico right now. Or no, he gets back to Mexico today. So, guys, book a call with him, though, if you want to talk to him before that, if you want to get your affairs in order. I'd highly recommend, because if you wait till altcoin season and this stuff does the 20x, and then you're trying to book with call with him and get the trust set up, you're going to need a long wait, and it's going to be hard to do. Like everyone's going to be FOMOing in trying to get the trust set up at the same time. Don't be that guy. Get the shit set up now. Be prepared. Get it ready. Have the call with them now. When everyone thinks everything's dead, that's the time to do this stuff. Get your affairs in order, and and be ready. A couple more before we hang up. The Bennett chart is 1 year behind, so 2027 top for property. I think it's already topped, man. For United States real estate, it's already topped. It's rolling over as we speak. Corey Titis 7231. What's up, Corey? Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Remember the time Brizology was on Judge Judy and didn't shill our bags? What? He did that? That son of a bitch, Briz. What are you doing, bro? Not shilling our bags on Judge Judy. Why was he on Judge Judy? Can you please retweet that? Or can you put that on Twitter and tag me? All right, guys, I'm hopping off. You guys remember, man, keep creating value to your community. Go out there, create a side hustle. So you can take that value, aka money, and put it in crypto and 100x your laughing life, man. This is what we're doing here. We're here for legacy wealth. We're trying to change the trajectory of our family tree, our loved ones. And if you're in it for Lambos and mansions, fine too, right? Get it out of your system. So that way, the next iteration of your wealth could be for wealth generational wealth, legacy wealth. Okay. So on that note, guys, I'll hop off. I don't know when I'll be streaming again. This is gonna be a stupid week for me. And then next week's even more retarded. So at the very least 2 weeks, or at the very most 2 weeks, might be able to fit one more this week. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around. Thank you so much. And where did the ETH go? Peace.